Welcome to Me and You Outside. What a beautiful day it is here in the Ozarks. Now, I went fishing last night, and I'm going to show you some of this video as I'm talking here. I went fishing for white bass. Now, here in the Missouri, and the month of March is usually the month that white bass and walleye really start hitting because they're about to start to spawn, and they just go nuts. And so the rivers are lined with people, especially at the head of the lake, where the tributaries go into the lake, where the water starts to slow down because it's running into lake water. That's where all your white bass are congregated right now, so people are catching the thunder out of them. So I went down there yesterday and I caught some white bass, as you're seeing there. Now, as you're watching me catch these white bass, you'll notice something about them. They're very small. They're small males. And what happens a lot of times in this part of the season, the small males will come up first, and then your bigger females will come up later, probably by the end of March for sure, and then even into April. Now, you'll catch some bigger males too, but for some reason, all I could catch was these small males. And I started throwing them back. Then I decided, wait a minute, I'm going to start keeping these small males. And I'm going to go ahead and cook them whole, because even though they're small, they still have some pretty decent meat on them. And I'm going to take their heads off, and I'm going to scale them. I'm going to take the heads off, fins off. I'll leave the tail on, and I'm going to fry them whole. I'm going to show you what that's like here. Now, this is them right here. So these are the ones that I kept. Now, these white bass right here will be anywhere from I'm going to say 7 to 9 inches long, okay? They're not really big. They're small male white bass. You could go down there right now and catch a ton of these. I could have probably caught, I don't know, 100 if I'd have stood there and done it, but you're only allowed 15 here in the state of Missouri. But these are them right here. I'm going to, again, take their heads off. I'm going to scale them, take care of that. I got a scaler right here, which these things work really fantastic, these little scalers right here. You get these at Walmart or Bass Pro. Got my knife here. I got a bowl for water. And this is what I'm going to fry them in right here, folks, right here. I have never tried to fry whole white bass in this kind of a deal. This is a big old bucket of bacon right here, as you can see. Exactly, it's 3 gallons right here, or it'll fill a 3-gallon fryer. It is actually a total of 21, almost 22 pounds of bacon grease. And this stuff is really good. I have fried other things. I've fried chicken in it. It's wonderful. Now I'm going to try frying white bass in this bacon grease and see what that's like. I'm going to do it over an open fire just because I want to do it like that instead of frying inside it. Let me get these going right here. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them real quick. And then I'll get them all done. Then we'll take them to the fryer here and start cooking them. Now, scaling a white bass, they're really easy to scale. There's not a lot on them, especially these smaller ones like this. They're so simple to scale. And you need to just take these scales off. Simple. Make that smooth right there. See that right there? All the scales are gone on that side. Do the same thing on this side right here. Now, I can fillet these out, but you're going to lose some meat on them because they are so small. When they're this small, they're better eaten whole. You just get, I don't know, there's just something about it. It just makes them a little bit easier to eat. And I'm going to take the heads off of them right here. And I'm going to remove the guts, which is not a big deal here at all. I'm just going to split it right down the middle here. Reach in, grab all that, bring it out. That's really clean. Got that really clean right there. There's my fish. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the fins on here. They're not gonna hurt anything. To leave them on here. I'm not gonna eat them. I could eat some of that tail when it crisps up in the fryer. That'll be good too. There you go. Put that right there in that water. Nice, nice, nice. Again, I'm gonna fry them in this bacon grease. I'm gonna get all these done real quick. I'll be frying them later today probably. I got some stuff to do this morning. But I'm going to finish these out, finish scaling all of them, cutting their heads off, gutting them, and we're going to have whole white bass fried in bacon grease. You're going to want to stay and watch that. It is going to be delicious. All right, I got myself quite a setup right here. Got my skillet. I was gonna do this on an open fire, but they kind of have a fire warning here in Missouri right now because it's kind of windy and dry, and so they're recommending no fires. And so I'm not gonna be able to fire, and decided not to do that. Anyhow, I got my fish here ready to go. I'm just gonna do some salt and pepper. That's all I'm gonna do on this fish. Got my little striker right here. It's a strange little thing. My wife accidentally put that in my stocking this year. It has a little flame there. See that? It's quiet. You don't hear nothing. You see that flame? It actually does like that. It's crazy. Got my bacon grease right here. I'm going to scoop a bunch of it out, put it in the skillet, and then get that heated up. I'm going to get my skillet up here closer. I'm using actually that's an ice cream scoop right there I got in Alaska. Right there, it says Alaska on it right there. That's probably the best ice cream scoop I have ever seen. There's my bacon grease in the skillet. That's probably going to be enough. I'll light it and see how much that turns out to be. You never know when it's like this, because this bacon grease, it is called bacon grease, but it's kind of like, really like lard. You can find this now in Walmart stores and stuff. It's crazy. Bass Pro carries it, Walmart. I found some in Lowe's the other day. Actually, Lowe's had it on clearance. It's normally 60 bucks. They had it on clearance for $10 a tub. I bought a couple more tubs of it. That's kind of interesting. All right, so I'm gonna get this heated up, get my fire going here. I'll show you how this little crazy, sissy looking striker right here works. Just like that. I mean, it struck out immediately. So I'll get my skillet on here, get this grease melted down. All I'm going to do with this, white bass is I normally bread my fish. Everybody has seen me cook fish on this channel many a time, and I have never not breaded it other than when I grill it or smoke it. Now I don't bread it for that, but every time I fry fish, I bread it. I'm not going to bread this fish. I'm going to try to eat it healthy. Okay, healthier. All right, I am frying it in bacon grease. Now, that's got to be healthier than vegetable oil for sure. So I'm gonna fry it in bacon grease with no breading on it. I'm gonna drop it right directly in the hot grease, and I'm going to also just put a little salt and pepper on it. That's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna have my grandkids down here for this because they're in school today. It's gonna rain this evening. It's supposed to rain, be cool tomorrow, so I ain't gonna be able to do that. But they're gonna miss out on this, but it's gonna be good. But I'm gonna cook this fish. I'll take it up there on the deck, which is just right over there. I'll take it up there on the deck and try it with you, and let's just see how it is together. Fried fingerling white bass. This is what this is, fingerling white bass. All right, let's try it together. Now, I'll get to cooking here, and I'll show you what the cooking's like as I get going. Looking pretty good. Cooking good. Smells good too. Now you can smell that bacon grease, and it smells, you know what it smells like? Bacon grease. Pretty awesome. There you go. That's what it's looking like right there. A lot of the skin came off of it, which is fine. You can see the exposed meat right there, but it is definitely done. And now I'm gonna take that back up. We're gonna try that. It's gonna be awesome. All right, I'm sitting down here on my deck. I got my white bass here in front of me. Got me two good looking pieces right there. I'm gonna try it out. I got my hot coffee right here. Got my bottle of water right here. See that bottle of water, folks? See that? I bought this bottle of water in an airport coming back from Alaska. $7, over $7 for that bottle of water right there. So I kept the bottle because I'm figuring that bottle's worth $6 or more. Probably $6.99. So I'm keeping that bottle. I'm gonna drink out of it as much as I can, get my money's worth. Anyways, so let's try this white bass. Again, no breading on this white bass, and I did that intentionally, obviously. I don't want no breading on here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a snippet off of this white bass. Now, what I'm doing here first, this piece that I'm gonna get here first is not gonna have any skin on it, but I do have some salt and pepper on there. I can see the salt and pepper, and you can see the salt and pepper on there. Looks like a pretty good piece of meat, doesn't it? You know why it looks like a good piece of meat? I bet it is. So I'm gonna give this a try right here. This white bass, fried in bacon grease with no breading, just salt and pepper. You know, that's really good. Now I'm gonna take a bite here with some skin on it. Only because I like to try skin on fish. And it fell down there, but I grabbed it here. I don't mind trying a little bit of skin on fish. There's a little bit of skin on that. Definitely ain't nothing wrong with that taste either. My goodness sakes alive. Wow. Now you turn these pieces over. I'm gonna hit that with a little salt and pepper because I didn't have any on that side right there. So I'm gonna put a little salt, not much. A tad of pepper. Ooh, perfect. Okay, got my pepper and salt on there. Now I've got another piece right here I'm gonna cut off. We're gonna try here out of this one right here, and all you do is just scrape it off. You can scrape it right off the bone. Look at that. See that whole piece right there? That's a big old nice piece of fish right there. Now it's got a fin on there, but they just break off really easy. Now I've got this whole piece of fish right here. A little bit of skin on it, not much. Let's try this one right here and see what we think of this particular piece of meat. Now, that's a big piece right here. It's going to give me all the flavors of a fingerling white bass right here. Some of the fin in there. Wow. Folks, I ain't kidding you now. I know y'all laugh at me because I eat so much stuff, but I eat so much crazy stuff. I realize that. But I've never tried to lie to you about nothing. I do like a lot of weird stuff. My palate is like Jackson's. It's very forgiving, and I can eat about anything. But I kind of measure stuff by how would my wife like this, or how would Brindley like it. My wife would like this because there's two reasons. One is it tastes really good. But the second reason my wife would like this white bass cooked like this is because it's healthy. Now I know y'all might poo-poo bacon grease, but it's not nearly as bad as other grease that you buy, that you put on your fish. So let me work on this fish here a little bit. I'm gonna eat some of it and come back and tell you. I'm gonna give you my full analogy of it. I want to eat all of it because I'll be able to give a full opinion of what I think of the entire way of cooking white bass like this. Again, these are little white bass, so they're really good. I don't know why a big one wouldn't be as good. So as soon as I get done eating some of this, I'm gonna come right back. We're gonna end this video. Stay right there. Give you my full opinion. Okay, now I had 6 white bass, and here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meatless bones of 6 white bass. And I'll just tell you what, folks, that was pretty. The only thing that'd make it better is if you caught these and you cooked them right on the river where you caught them. You know, if you, wait a minute, that's what I did. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I caught them on this river down that direction about 8 miles. So I did catch them on this river, and they're fresh caught. And so I brought them home and cooked them, and they're wonderful. They were wonderful, and I'm not just kidding you. And it's been fun sitting out here eating these. And I'm telling you, I ate all that meat right there. 6 white bass, fingerling white bass gone. I think the biggest one of them white bass was 9 inches long. A lot of them were 6, 7. But you can keep them little ones. I just recommend you eat them whole. Now, a couple things I found I'd probably do. One is I'd cut all the fins off. Just get rid of them. You're not going to eat those fins. Some of them fins on the back of a white bass are super thick bones. You're not going to eat those fins. You might eat some of the tail, but I didn't even mess with that. But yeah, you definitely want to just go ahead and cut the fins off of them. Get the fins away from the meat itself. Don't have to worry about it. And when you get to the ribs and you start eating that meat off the ribs, you got to watch them bones too, because they just come apart. The rib bones on a white bass, when you cook it, they immediately, it falls away from the backbone. So you're going to have to maneuver through those. So, but all of that's not bad. Just take your time, eat them. It's very good, very good. And every now and then, what's weird, I could taste bacon grease. It's crazy. I was taking a bite of fish, and I could get just a faint taste of bacon. And I can tell you, there ain't nothing wrong with that, is there? No, there's not. All right, there you go. White bass fried on a fire. No kind of breading on there. Little white bass too. They were little, as you saw me catch them, little old bitty white bass. But here the big sows start running, I'll turn all them white bass loose. I'll never keep those ever again the rest of this year. Never, because the big ones are going to start biting probably right now even. But there you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel so much. One of these days I'll hit 10,000 subscribers, and it's all with your help, and I thank you so much. But it's been wonderful, and all I can say is make a comment if you want to. Hit the like button. If you hit that little bell that you can find on there, hit that little bell. Let us notify when I put a new video. I'm going to be putting a bunch of them out here this spring. I'm just going to do it because I do a lot in the spring anyway, so why not video it? Wherever you're at in this whole world, my friends, have a good morning, good day, good night, because another video is coming just right around the corner.